Okay. So, could not find where the Democratic debate was last night, live or anything like that. But I saw some Republican or quote unquote fiscally conservative jackwads live stream, and he's all like, and he's talking about the socialists, this and Bernie's a socialist, and the U.S. people died in the war, over socialism stuff, and that's how you can tell when someone is a right wing asshole, because they'll say stuff like that without thinking. They don't want to think past their nose. They don't want to think past their tribe. They're just right. I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. And so I was thinking about that, listening to Benjamin Dixon, and Benjamin Dixon playing back some of the things that I did hear during that dude's live stream. I don't know his name. If I did, I would have called it out, and I would have really talked some shit on him. But I don't. But I was thinking that, the parts that Benjamin Dixon played are the parts that I heard. Bernie Sanders talking and Bloomberg responding, and Bloomberg calling him out on, like, you don't like the billionaires, but you've got 3 homes and these millions of dollars, and no one no one to call out the fact that Sanders made that $1 million like 2-3 years ago selling a book. He sold his book, and that's it. He sold his book, and people ate it up. They gobbled it up. That's where he made the money. He paid the taxes on it, which is a third of everything that he made from it. So he could have made $2 million. He ain't keep $2 million. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Just a little bit over 1.7 million is what he kept. So maybe a little less. That depends on if he take advantage of the loopholes and stuff that shouldn't be there. And I thought about that. I thought about that Sanders is a capitalist. Everyone call him a socialist because that's all you've heard for 40 years. Socialism is bad. You're a socialist if you don't agree with me. Demonize you as socialist, communist, socialist, communist. And they said it so many times that they conflated them, so nobody knows what either is. They just know it's bad, and they know it's a pejorative to use against anyone that's not just a Democrat, but a forward-thinking Democrat, today's progressive.
All I gotta do is look the words the fuck up to see the difference. It's in the damn dictionary.
Do an Ecosia search. I know nobody does Ecosia because, it's honestly the smart thing to do. In general, quick, Google steals your shit, sells your shit, and you get nothing out of it. And that's it. Ecosia, every 5 searches or so, or is it 15 now? They'll plant a tree somewhere. Those things that have been burned down in the Amazon, those things that have been burned down, in Australia, those things that have been burned down in California, those things that are cut down, for homes, toothpicks, and things like that. They don't just grow back. You got to plant them. You got to. Some trees get lucky enough to get pollinated, but just throwing it out there for y'all to hear this before I move on. Ecosia will help you breathe. Okay, Google ain't doing it. So I ain't gonna lie. Your rapist will never ever strangle you until you stop breathing. They won't do that. And you can conflate that easily, that saying Ecosia is a rapist. But even if they are doing anything nefarious, they're not choking you off. Just telling you, take that with you. And that might turn some people off. And if it did, go fuck them. Go fuck yourself, because I want to live. I want to live. So now I digress from that. I thought Bernie Sanders could have been like, hey, I'm offended that you're even up here talking. And the reason I'm offended that you're up here talking is because I worked my ass off to get these votes, to start a grassroots. I worked my ass off to get the people on my side enough to get on the debate stage. I worked my ass off to try to get up here and do something positive for the country, for the people. All right. While you paid your way up here, you, as Kyle Klinsky say, carpet bomb the airwaves with your ads, so your name becomes synonymous, and with just voting now. That's the only reason why he's higher than Biden in half the polls and increasing, because now everyone's like, Bloomberg, I don't really know nothing about him, but I keep seeing the name. Like the old Blimpie commercials. If you repetition, if you keep seeing it over and over and over, it'll stick in your head. You won't know why, but you'll go and do it. Mm-hmm. That's what Bloomberg is doing. I would have been like, I am offended that you're even up here. You didn't work to get up here. And that's the problem with oligarchs. What, girl? Because I'm just, I know my voice is way up in there.
That's not who Bernie is.
I know.
Then you can't say what he should have said, because he wouldn't.
He should have said it. I didn't say he would. But I didn't say he could. I wish that he had.
All these dumbass debates are nothing but old school scolding contests in the fucking playground.
Yep.
Your mama's fat, your mama's ugly.
My daddy can beat
your
your daddy.
Mama, and that's all it is, going back and forth. Who can burn? That's what Kyle talks about. That's what Benjamin Dixon was talking about.
Yeah. When
Bernie burns, he's talking about policy.
Exactly.
He's not talking about all this personal shit. But see, even if it's valid, everything Elizabeth Warren said about Bloomberg is true and it's valid. He's a rich motherfucker. He ain't worth a damn. And he's buying his way through all this bullshit so he can get into office and leave everything the way it is or make it worse. All that is valid. But debates are supposed to be about policy. I know you suck.
No, it's not. No debate is about policy. Debate is about getting people on your side.
But they should be talking about the policy. And see,
they never do.
I know that. I'm trying to get that out, man. They don't talk about that. It's just a popularity contest. That's why I have no desire to watch them. If you want to know what Bernie's about, go to his website and read his policy. That's it. The only good things that's come out with these debates is when people are lying, like Elizabeth Warren lying on Bernie about saying that women shouldn't be in the White House. Or couldn't get into the White House, excuse me. He's just not going to do that. And over all this time, everyone that follows him sees he is very much about the policy to help the people, not about his own personal offense. You know, that's why when Elizabeth and Warren and him were talking on that hot mic, he was like, we can talk about this later. He didn't want to be in front of the podium talking about, yeah, and you're a lying bitch. No, that's personal shit. Yeah. It's about the policy. That's what I appreciate about Bernie. So, no, he's not going to be like, I'm offended you're up here, you oligarch cunt, you ought to go home and die and leave us your money. He's not that kind of aggressive person. It's about the policy. That's where his aggression is.
I get that you're saying it's personal. And it's just, but I would like for you to hear this, all right? Maybe it's personal. Yeah, it's like I worked my ass off to get up here and you bought your way up here. The personal, I think our lives are personal in terms of we want to live and live comfortably. Yes. Okay. So because of that, that's why I'm saying he could be up there. And when he's saying that, yeah, I worked my ass off to get here and you didn't, he can literally, for the audience, for the older generation that's watching, because most younger are probably not going to watch unless they're, and when I say younger, I'm talking about in their, like 25 and that 18 to 25. All right.
No, I'm not gonna say that, because 18 to 25 was a little different, somewhat than we were. But go ahead.
Would never watch it at our time. Never. It wouldn't even happen unless you're in a political college circle or some crap. I'm talking about the fact that average person that they have the option of watching the debates or watching someone play a video game. I'm talking about that person. That person that has been taught your vote actually means if your ass live or die younger or older, or how bad you'll die when you do. It ain't the dead that's the problem, it's getting there that's the problem. And if he brings up that I worked hard to get here, but you didn't, he can reach that older generation that hate the millennials. And if it resonates with them, their vote's going to change because they're going to vote for either Biden or Bloomberg. They're not voting for Warren. They're voting for the old white guy with the money. And if they black,
about the American dream that don't exist.
That it's never been. We got to wake up from the nightmare first. And that's the whole point of a debate. When it comes to this, no, they're not. The people up there are not trying to convince their opponent. They're not. Not like it could be with religion or social and things like that. No. They're talking to the people watching. Mm-hmm. They're talking to those in the audience. And they're trying to convince them to vote for them. That's the point of the debate stage. Mm-hmm. I don't like that it's called a debate stage because it's not a debate. It's not even close. All right? Yeah, it's pretty much a dog and pony show.
It's an auction.
It's a bullshit show. All right? And for everyone watching, you have two mindsets. Shut up, boy. I'm listening to this. Or, oh, man, I'm getting quiet because I want to hear him just ruin his shit. I want to see him get owned. That's two different mindsets watching. And honestly, that's both older and younger, to be honest with you. All right? And you got those in both camps that are, I'm right. He's going to say the things that agree with me, so therefore we win. And that's not how that's not reality. You don't, the winner of the debate does not win the presidency. The winner of the debate is not the one that's going to be in charge of everything, because there is no true winner of the debate. All there is people up there. This is my view. This is what I think. And I'm trying to tell you, the listener, the viewer, the watcher, the voter, you need to vote for me. And Warren, as you heard, she opens up. This dude's a racist, bigoted asshole who's created racist legislation, and you want to vote for him? And people are going to hear that, and they're going to say, I don't care. He's got money, and people with money know what to do because they've been trained that way for 40 damn years. If you got money, you know what to do. We're going to listen to you. You're right. That's why Trump resonated so easily. It wasn't because of all the populist shit he was saying. It's because they're like, he's got a lot of money too.
And he hates the same people I hate.
Yep. And Bloomberg is out there now. He can't deny it. And people think it's a detriment. They think it's a detriment that Bloomberg hates blacks and brown people. They think it's a detriment, but it's not.
It'll get him the Trump voters. That's what it'll get.
It'll get him Trump voters. Not just that. Not just that. There's a ton of racism in the Democratic Party.
Yeah, but my point is this.
But he's going to get the Trump people and he'll get the Democratic people. That is what you call racial galvanizing.
But when it comes to the Democrats, the amount that are racist are less than the amount that are not racist. And see, yes. Bloomberg has been notorious for he's rich. Oh, and he cleaned up New York. That was his selling point. But then it's like, oh, he cleaned up New York, but A, B, C, D, and E, he's an asshole.
New York never got cleaned up.
Okay, but that was the rhetoric is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was the rhetoric, but it wasn't the reality.
And so for a lot, they're going to be like, oh, he is a shitbag. I'm going to go with my original decision, Bernie.
Or, I'm going to go for my original decision, and that's Biden because he served with that black man that didn't even like saying that he was black. And that black man that don't even support him. That's terrible. Biden is terrible. Biden is Bloomberg without the money. That's all Biden is. Bloomberg without the money. Bloomberg is Trump with brains.
And a whole lot more money.
No, in actual money.
Actual money, yeah.
Actual money. You know, he don't conflate stuff. He's just like, look, I'm rich. Fuck them people. And I felt that way then, but I don't feel that way now. And y'all should accept that. And you know, that's my apology. So let's move on and you'll accept me. No. And so Bernie, that's why I think Bernie should have said that because it would resonate with the working people that go to work, people that gotta work, people that, worse than that, believe you need to work. And yes, you need to, but it's easy to make a society where you don't have to, unless you want to. And people don't understand that. And I like that Bernie called out that one thing. James been doing it for years. Benjamin Dixon's been doing it for years. saying socialism is for the rich and wealthy, but not for anyone else. I like that he called that out. You know, Walmart paying their basically slave wages while everyone else got to pay, you know, for the
food and healthcare.
Yeah, food and healthcare, the food stamps and stuff. You know, and Walmart taking out life insurance policies on the most elder people that they hire. So, you know, especially if, you know, so yeah, Walmart does that. So this is the crap that happens. This is what's going on, and people, I just wish people would just wake up and listen. It don't take much to just wake up and listen. But yeah, I wanted to get off my chest, you know. And anything else that you want to add that I said might, you know, pique something?
Bernie's gonna stay on point. He's got what he says, he's got what he's pushing, and he rarely deviates because basically it's working. So that would also lend credence to him not going that route.
Hopefully, yeah, because you don't have to. 40 years, he's committed.
Mm-hmm.
He's committed. Nobody else is. Everyone else is up. Hey, Warren sold herself out. You know, she's not nearly as bad as Buttigieg or Biden. Not even close. But she ain't good enough.
Nope.
Everyone else is. Buttigieg is up there with Bloomberg and all of them for the money. For the money. Bernie got money. Bernie got what he wants. Bernie is all right. He could be up there and say, yeah, he could do a Donald Trump. But truthfully, in all honesty, Bernie's for the people. He ain't trying to save tax money. He ain't trying to make tax loopholes. He ain't trying to get it easy. Bernie working harder than anyone else on that stage. And anyone want to talk about his heart problems, he's got a stent put in. Bloomberg got 2. I mean, come on. He's got 2. And if you want to vote for Warren, who is just a polite version of Hillary Clinton now, with a little bit of Obama-esque and a lot of Romney, that's a problem you got, because you don't vote for a woman just because she's a woman. That's where you mess up. You don't vote for a dude just because he's not a woman. That's where you mess up. Policy, conviction, commitment to said conviction. And I'm talking about some serious honor going on there. And Bernie's got it. You don't want to vote for honor? You need to look at yourself in the mirror. What the fuck's wrong with you? That's how I see that. I'm gonna close this out. You got anything else?